Hey, Adam Napolitano here from Writing and Fire, your health and supplement copywriter. And in today's video, I want to show you how one simple sentence in a piece of copy can serve as a powerful contrarian statement, pattern interrupt, and add a much stronger emotional impact to a piece of sales copy. And so what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to play a very short snippet from a VSL from the folks over at Dr. Gundry from one of their supplements. If you follow sales copy, especially in the health and supplement industry, you probably already know Dr. Gundry's at the top of their game when it comes to direct response and selling supplements at scale on cold traffic. And so I really just want to kind of laser in on this one statement that occurs in the first 30 seconds of this VSL. And to me is really a great example of the difference between sort of average or even good copywriting and great copywriting. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to play this snippet of the VSL. Hopefully you can hear it okay. It's only going to be about 30 seconds. And then I'm going to dive in, talk about the statement and why it's so powerful. So see if you can catch it where it occurs kind of in this first 30 seconds or so. So let me go ahead and play this for you. Start at the beginning, and here we go.
The brain fog that's taking over this country is not caused by the things you're told it's caused by. For the last 50 years, you have been told to eat foods that are going to improve your health. You wonder why you're fatter, why you're sicker, why you get more colds, why your digestive system is all screwed up. Plants don't like us. Plants use proteins to get through the wall of your intestine, and we keep eating these things. Let's trap these guys before they do you any harm.
Okay, so that was the clip. Like I said, that's the first 30 seconds of the VSL. Can you guess which statement I was talking about that serves as a contrarian statement, that's a pattern interrupt, and adds a whole just different emotional element to sort of that section of copy? What do you think? Go ahead, get your answer in your head. I'm going to go back and just play that one part again real quick. So I think it's right about here.
Digestive system is all screwed up. Plants don't like us.
Right there. Plants don't like us. Now, to the average person, this would be easy to overlook, especially if it's someone who's maybe not well-versed or too experienced in copywriting and direct response. Plants don't like us. So let's take a look at that statement. Why is that such a powerful statement, and in my opinion, a great piece of copywriting? So basically what they're doing here, what the copywriter is doing is they're setting the stage for the unique mechanism of the problem that's going to come later, which, by the way, is toxic plant protein. That's a unique mechanism for the problem in this VSL. I think it's maybe somewhere around the 5 or 6 minute mark I think they introduce that right before the 3 minute mark, and then they go into a little more detail on that. So they're setting the stage for the unique mechanism. Plants don't like us. That's a great statement because it's certainly contrarian, right? Most of us consider plants to be one of the healthiest things that we can eat, that we can consume and put in our bodies. So when the average consumer hears that statement, it's going to cause them to perk up and lean in a little bit, kind of like, wait, what? What does he mean plants don't like us? Plants are supposed to be healthy for us, right? But here's the real reason why this is so powerful. Kind of an average or even a good copywriter probably wouldn't think to word that in that way, or to communicate that idea in that way. What a lot of copywriters would do is they would kind of go into description mode and maybe say something like this. When we eat plants, they don't react well inside our bodies. There's actually this protein that penetrates the wall of our intestine and can cause a lot of harm, and then maybe go into more detail on that, right? And so that's not bad, right? They're kind of explaining in a pretty clear way of what's happening, but it doesn't carry the oomph or the emotional impact of saying plants don't like us. Because what's the copywriter really doing here in that statement? He's humanizing plants, right? I mean, we know, everyone knows, plants are living organisms, but I would say it's safe to say probably the average consumer, right, their ideal customer, mainly thinks of plants kind of as an inanimate object, right? Not this living being that's, has consciousness or is capable of feeling emotions. But when you're saying a statement, plants don't like us, you're humanizing it, because that's essentially the same as saying, hey, Bob doesn't like you. Lisa doesn't like you, right? And what happens when someone says, hey, so-and-so doesn't like you, or even if you're thinking that to yourself, it creates a powerful emotional reaction. So do you see the difference between just kind of going into description mode and saying, when we eat plants, there's this protein that actually penetrates our intestine and causes all this bad stuff to happen, versus saying plants don't like us, right? Such a huge difference in emotional impact and humanizing plants, right? And if you wanted to make that statement even stronger, replace don't like us with hate, right? Plants hate us. Hate's a much stronger word, a much stronger emotion than don't like us. But I hope you found that interesting and valuable. As a copywriter who specializes in health and supplement direct response, I just find stuff like this fascinating, right? Because it's such a simple and brief statement, yet the way the copywriter words it, it just makes all the difference in the world. So if you're a product or offer owner in the health space, I would encourage you to try to do the same thing. Or even if you're a copywriter, try to think, how can you add a whole nother layer of emotion behind statements like that, especially when they're setting up a unique mechanism, right? And how can you make people feel that emotion and feel a stronger emotional reaction because of those words, right? And just, by the way, too, toxic plant protein, that's a great mechanism too for a problem, because it's a great juxtaposition, right? You got two words, two concepts that rarely go together, because again, most people think of plants as being super healthy. They certainly don't tend to associate plants with being toxic. Great VSL in my opinion. If you have some spare time, I would encourage you to watch more, at least the first 5 or 6 minutes, kind of when they introduce the mechanism and stuff. Just really, really cool, lots of good stuff from a direct response standpoint. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got some value from it. If you want to see more videos, more pieces of content like this, I produce a new piece of content every week. The best way to make sure you don't miss any content is get on my email list. So head over to writingandfire.com. I'll probably post a link in the comments below. Get on my email list, and you'll get every piece of content like this that I do in the future. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.